Hey everyone, Tim with Collect Jurassic here with a very exciting news update talking about what's next for Jurassic World toys, both this year, the rest of this year, going into next year, 2024, both from Mattel, tons of toys coming from them, as well as Lego too. Lots of cool stuff to check out today, a lot of reveals from just today alone that I'll be covering here in detail, giving you my impressions as well as some more details about the toys that will be coming up as we get more looks at them. So jumping right in, let's take a look at this new Bite Club assortment. Yes, Bite Club, kind of a play on words with Fight Club. This is a Mattel release. Yeah, you're looking at something that's probably a little bit different than what you were expecting. This really cute, kind of pouty, chubby Triceratops, right? And what's that behind him? That's actually, yes, dino droppings that he appears to be sort of covering up with sand, if you will. But this is an official Jurassic World release from Mattel. If you think Snap Squad or Uncaged, those sorts of more stylized dinosaurs, what's next in terms of like this year, we'll be talking more about Bite Club this year with these super chonky dinosaurs. They gave us a little hint of them at San Diego Comic-Con. I think we got a hint of a T-Rex attacking Gennaro on the toilet. Same sort of stylized, kind of chubby, cute dinosaur, but in that case it was the T-Rex, but here we have Triceratops, and you can definitely tell it's a Jurassic Triceratops with the coloration, I think. And of course you have those iconic dino droppings as well to kind of seal the deal. But yeah, I mean, I know this one won't be for everybody, especially since it's not really a realistic figure, doesn't have articulation and all that, but for what it is, I actually really do appreciate it, and I for one am going to be collecting it. I've kind of been a little bit more discerning about what non-core action figures I collect, but when it comes to this Bite Club, I think they got my number because I definitely like that they're kind of leaning into Jurassic Park with that T-Rex they teased. And now right here in front of us, this Triceratops too, again with the dino droppings. And I think it's kind of funny that they took the droppings and added like this, I guess you'd call it like almost a splash effect of dirt or sand covering up the little dino turd here. Kind of an interesting effect, but it really works well when you see how that the Triceratops itself sort of has its foot pushed backwards, kicking up the sand, right? Here's a better angle. You can really appreciate the turdiness of this little piece of dinosaur poop. But yeah, it's kind of getting like covered in sand. So again, I think that's kind of what connects this to Jurassic Park, the movie, where of course we have Ellie Sattler digging through the droppings. Had to include that with this set. But I know the other sets come with little human figures too. But here's your look at the Bite Club Triceratops in the box. Definitely interesting packaging with this sort of like bluish highlights and all that. Definitely something a little bit different. I like the little windowed box. I do wish it showed what was inside a little better, but I'm definitely anxious to see kind of more from this assortment as time goes on. Again, I know of at least the T-Rex and the lawyer, and there's more on the way than that. So stay tuned for more about Bite Club. But let's go ahead and jump into those core figures that I'm sure everyone's waiting for. Starting off with this interesting 2-pack. I'm hoping this is a kind of a wider release, but that remains to be seen. But of course, it's this Epic Evolution branding all over it. And then we have Velociraptor Blue and Dimetrodon. One thing to note that is at first glance, these do appear to be probably repacks from last year, or even a Jurassic World Dominion. Even I wouldn't even say Dino Trackers. These do look like Jurassic World Dominion figures, just repurposed for Epic Evolution packaging. They do have that little branding in the right hand corner that we see on a lot of the Epic Evolution toys. In this case, it looks like some sort of Savannah. But yeah, I mean, elsewhere, what we're seeing here are really just two figures that we've probably all collected thus far if we've been keeping up to date with each wave, right? What makes these unique is that Epic Evolution packaging. And one thing I would note is the last time we saw a 2-pack like this, I think it was also with blue and also Velociraptor red, if my memory serves me. That pack got an extremely limited release. So even though the figures inside weren't that remarkable, the fact that it was kind of a limited edition set that didn't get a lot of distribution did make it worth collecting. I think it was only popping up here in the US at like Ross stores and stuff. So we'll see what happens with this 2-pack and if it gets a proper release via Amazon or something like that. But yeah, besides just the fact that these are packaged together, not too much exciting here. Unlike our next set, which is all kinds of exciting, we have the Isla Sorna Expedition Pack, a new Jurassic World Legacy set. So here in the US, that will of course be Target exclusive. And I'm loving that Legacy Collection continues to embrace the Lost World Jurassic Park, the second movie in the franchise, right? And what's really cool about this one is we're getting another InGen Hunter vehicle. We already got that one. I don't think it actually has like a official name, right? But we got one a couple years ago along with Roland Tembo, and now we're getting this cool Mercedes-Benz Unimog. I think that's Dieter Stark on the left there. So we're getting another InGen Hunter, getting another capture vehicle, right? And this one, again, is styled right from the Mercedes-Benz Unimog from the movie too. And we can see it has the capture cage in the back too. And of course, with the capture cage, you gotta have a dinosaur. This one includes a Velociraptor. Hard to make out if this is supposed to be a Lost World Velociraptor or just sort of a random Velociraptor that Mattel threw in. But we also get a couple Compsognathuses too back there. You can see behind the vehicle. But I'm hoping this thing has, looks like the cage maybe lifts up and down. Perhaps the doors open and close. So I can't wait to get some more details on this set. I'm already very excited and very down to collect it. But I do want to see a little bit more of it in action so I can, I guess, get more excited about it. But this Isla Sorna Expedition Pack is going to be a must-have, like most Legacy Collection sets, including this next one that's a total surprise. We finally getting Barry. That's the Jurassic World park worker. He worked with Owen, right, on the Raptor training program. We saw him a couple times in Jurassic World. Then he came back in Dominion as a French intelligence officer, sort of working with the people trying to around the world shut down the illegal trade of dinosaurs, right? So he kind of had a appearance in both movies, which is really, really cool. But this pack is certainly meant to depict his screen time in Jurassic World. And he even comes with the ATV, hence the name, the ATV chase set. We also come with Velociraptor, another Velociraptor figure that I believe is supposed to be Delta. At least it looks sort of like Delta. But yeah, we get Barry, a new human figure, always exciting, and as well as an ATV that doesn't even appear to be the same ATV that Mattel's released before, right? It looks like an all-new mold. So really, again, a huge surprise here. Another Legacy Collection set that will be exclusive to Target, but totally out of left field. Was not expecting to get a Barry action figure. So this one's definitely an exciting release, that one that people have been waiting for. I don't know if they ever thought it was going to come, but finally getting some more Jurassic World characters. I'd love a similar box set like this with Claire, but I'll definitely take Barry for now. And I'm interested to see if there's any other accessories in the box that we can't make out here in this photo. But another exciting Legacy Collection set that I'll definitely be collecting. Next up, we have more Epic Attack figures. Epic Attack was, of course, the 2023 Walmart exclusive toy line. We didn't get too many of those figures here in the States. We got Dimetrodon, we got the Jurassic Park 3 Velociraptor, I think we got Carnotaurus, but that's about it. There was other figures that did hit other territories like Mexico, France, to name a few different places, I think Germany too. There was the Explorer set, the T.rex versus Velociraptors. There was a 2-pack with a Pachycephalosaurus versus T.rex. None of that stuff came out here in the US, so I'm kind of tentatively excited about this next wave of Epic Attacks. Again, it's the same idea, same line, same lights and electronic sounds, buttons on the side of the figures. All really cool stuff. The figures we did get in the States were great. The figures from elsewhere, which I was able to kind of secure and review for the channel, were cool too, but I'm just hoping these next ones are a little bit easier to get, including Pyroraptor here. It does look like a very similar mold to the Pyroraptor figure we've already gotten, right? But with some, obviously a little bit larger for those electronics like we've seen, and a little bit more detailed in the sculpt and the paint application. So kind of some improvements here just off the bat, considering the toy series that it comes in. I love the packaging of this too. I love the smoky jungle and sort of like the eroded T-Rex logo treatment here. But yeah, Pyroraptor is definitely coming to Epic Attack. Just a matter of if we'll be able to get it here in the States. On a similar note, we have Herrerasaurus coming to the same exact assortment of kind of medium to smaller size figures. I can't even tell you which Herrerasaurus number this is for Mattel Jurassic World. I think it's the 5th or 6th Herrerasaurus figure we've ever gotten. Interesting though, when Dino Trackers released their Herrerasaurus figure last year, the Mattel figure was a total resculpt, all new mold of the figure's design. But now we're kind of back to the sculpt that came out before that for this Epic Attack figure. But you can see it has the dino damage wound there on the side. I'm guessing the mouth opens too. And then it has a pretty interesting paint job. Not sure I love it here in this first look anyway. I definitely don't love how it terminates basically halfway down the body, but it definitely is a little bit different than any of the paint applications that we've gotten so far for Herrerasaurus, so at least it has something novel going for it in that regard. But again, it's a little hard to get too excited about this Epic Attack figure just because we know this assortment had such a troubled distribution last year. Come to think of it, there was a Dimetrodon and a Triceratops I guess tiger that we just never got, that was on the back of one of the boxes, that two figures that just never were released, which is interesting. We're already looking at next year's figures when those ones never even came out, but hopefully seeing photos of these, they'll be right around the corner, but I wouldn't hold my breath. This next one I do think is a sure thing, at least here in the States, is this bite back or chomp back Baryonyx. This is cool. I mean, it's been a while since we've got a retooled Baryonyx figure. For the core line. Of course, we have Hammond Collection. We've had a couple slight reworks of the core Baryonyx figure that came out all the way in 2018. One of Mattel's first Jurassic World figures, actually. But this chomp back version looks like something all new with the new action features, of course. We have the damage on the sides, but it also looks like it has some really cool integrated motion features with the head, neck, and tail, and even the mouth. And I love the paint coloration too. Always appreciate when they paint the legs. It looks like it has some of that sort of mixed in molded plastic too that gives it a little more texture. I think this is going to be a real hot seller. It just looks like a fantastic figure, and it looks really, really big too, which I wouldn't care if we got a kind of oversized Baryonyx at this point. Epic Attack figures are generally a little bit bigger than their regular core line counterparts. So if we get a bigger Baryonyx, I'm all for it. Kind of makes it worth an all new figure, especially when we factor in all of these cool action features. I think it's kind of fun to have one that's a little bit on the larger scale. So another one I can't wait to see more of outside the box and get a better idea of what this figure is and how big it is, and just some of the more paint detail on it out of the box. Switching gears here from Mattel, let's talk about Lego Jurassic World. The Lego sets have been coming out nonstop since 2015. Even before Mattel got the Jurassic license, Lego has had it and has done a lot of different sets. In the past couple of years, they've gotten really exciting, especially as they sort of embrace some kind of non-typical play sets and embrace Jurassic Park. And this new one is really cool. This is the Dinosaur Fossils T.rex Skull. It's an official Jurassic set. You get a quick peek at the packaging there with the Jurassic logo and the T-Rex roaring. But what's really cool about this set is that it's actually a brick built T-Rex skull, and what's cool about it being brick built is it's not just one big piece of plastic or some sort of like shortcut they did to make a Lego-fied T-Rex skull. It's actually built from individual pieces, and that's pretty impressive when you think about kind of the complexity of an animal skull. You can get a good view of it here. It has all the nice hollow parts, the nasal and the eye sockets. Of course, we have the teeth. It also looks like it even has a little bit of articulation with the jaw. And also included with that skull, you're going to get this really cool, again, brick-built T-Rex footprint that is kind of like a 3D impression of a T-Rex footprint. So kind of a nice little co-fossil you get with your skull. You get this little imprint of a T-Rex footprint. Again, all brick built. You can see all those little slanted bricks making it look like it's got the toes and all that stomping into the rock, which is really fun. Another great detail with this set, if you saw in the other photos, was this little placard that is on the bottom of the footprint. Of course, we have the Jurassic World logo, obviously a T-Rex listed out with some statistics, and then what I love is the mention of Isla Nublar, which, kind of solidifies this as a in-universe T-Rex from Jurassic, right? I do wish it was the Jurassic Park logo, though, honestly, but maybe that's just my personal bias. I have to kind of accept that Jurassic World is a little more relevant right now than the first movie, but I would have loved this to be the Jurassic Park logo. But looks like a really fun set. I'm sure it's going to be a blast to build. Probably a more advanced set, if I had to imagine, too, in terms of, if kids are going to be able to put it together without some adult supervision. But you can see here in some of these lifestyle photos, it does have some vegetation with it, too, that you can build around the base plate. And speaking of the base plate, it has a little stand for the skull, obviously has a little stand for the footprint and the placard as well. So they really thought of everything in a way to make this, very display friendly. And it's honestly not too large either if you're thinking about putting this on your desk. At 8 inches tall from kind of the base to the top of the skull, it's not a huge thing, which I like because I have such a limited display space anymore. So trying to fit something huge in would have been a challenge, but this one sized just right for me in terms of fitting it on the shelf. And it just looks gorgeous, especially from this straight side profile. Again, you can see how they contoured out all of those skull cavities to give it that iconic Jurassic T.rex skull look. And the footprint and, the whole sort of display piece just really makes this, a really nice, again, presentation, a really nice display piece. So I'm loving that it's got the official Jurassic branding on it too. And honestly, I hope they do more sets like this. I'd love to see Raptor, Brachiosaurus, T-Rex. I mean, anything they could do with fossils that we could put on display, I think would be worth owning, for me, who doesn't even collect all the Legos. Like this set here, this is probably one that I personally want to collect, but I know a lot of people are going to be excited about it. Again, more of a traditional sort of Lego play set here. But the surprise here is that we're actually back looking at Camp Cretaceous characters, which it's been a while for Lego Jurassic to get into Camp Cretaceous again. Probably a whole year, actually, or two, without Jurassic Park 30 having any Camp Cretaceous sets, without Dominion having any Camp Cretaceous sets. Suddenly, we're back looking at Camp Cretaceous again with this little dinosaur hospital set that has Darius as well as Sammy from Camp Cretaceous. Now, I'm guessing they're starting these Camp Cretaceous sets with the new show on the horizon, trying to get kids excited, and this set is definitely aimed at kids with that 3 and up age range. Has very accessible instructions. So not something necessarily an adult needs to be around to build. But what's cool about it is, it does come with some human figures, comes with this great vehicle. Obviously comes with quite a few dinosaurs too, which is exciting. And, we got Darius and Sammy and their, I think it's season 2 Camp Cretaceous clothing with a little bit tattered from being on the island for a while. But yeah, you got this nice little sort of miniature lab that the, characters can interact with. Got a little piece of amber. In this photo, we can see a little baby blue and Triceratops, even a little hatching egg and a computer. So lots of fun playability definitely in this set, considering the vehicle and all the other pieces too. And again, it does come with quite a few dinosaurs as well. Another photo we'll see, we got a very small baby Bumpy as well as a Pteranodon. And then a kind of young raptor, not a baby raptor, but a young raptor. Looks like it's the beta figure just repainted to be more of a general raptor. So definitely just chocked full of dinosaurs here, which I think is a great set for kids. Got a little little base, a little bit of a jungle, plenty of dinosaurs, humans, and of course a little truck to drive around to. So great set for kids. And then for adults, we also have that T.rex skull. So Lego kind of doing work with just 2 sets covering all their bases, right? But yeah, I mean, as you can see, there's just a ton coming out. And this is really just a small taste too of what's to come. Again, heading into the rest of 2023 and into 2024, Jurassic collecting, Jurassic toys, all that that still very alive and well, with lots of stuff on the way from Mattel, Lego, and even some other partners that I'll be talking about in future videos. But definitely stay tuned to Collect Jurassic channel. I'll be grabbing most of this stuff and doing reviews. Would very much appreciate you subscribing and tuning in for that stuff. But again, I'm Tim with Collect Jurassic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.